Lesson 3-1, Example 3. Our objective is learning to write, compare, and order decimals using place value and number lines. So here we have three decimals. We have 16 and 67 hundredths, 16 and 6 tenths, and 16 and 7 hundredths. We want to put them in order from the least to the greatest, the smallest to the largest. And we can use a number line. So here I have a number line going from 16 to 17, and in between I have it broken into tenths. So 10 different pieces. So 16 and 1 tenth, 16 and 2 tenths, 16 and 3 tenths, and so on. So the first thing we need to do is think about how we're going to look at these. We could look at these a couple different ways. I could think of 16 and 67 hundredths, and if I put my decimals in place, so I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to line them all up with my decimal, like we did in the previous example. And I'm noticing that I have tens places, wholes, tenths, and two of them have hundredths, but one doesn't. And if it stops here at tenths, that means the rest of these place values off to the right are zeros, because there are no hundredths after this, just tenths. So I could write in 0 there. That way I'm looking at similar numbers. I'm putting in a number as a placeholder there so that I can look at numbers that look similar. This helps me in comparing these different numbers. So I just want to look at a couple different numbers at a time here. So I want to think, I'm going to compare 16 and 67 hundredths to 16 and 60 hundredths, or 16 and 6 tenths. So I'm going to put these on my number line. So 16 and 60 hundredths, or 16 and 6 tenths. Well, here's that right there on my number line. 16 and 60 hundredths is the same as 16 and 6 tenths. Now I have 16 and 67 hundredths. Well, this tenths place, notice this isn't a 7. So as I go along here, it's looking very similar to this, 16 and 6 tenths, but it's not quite here. Okay, it's not all the way to 7 tenths. So it's going to be somewhere between 16 and 6 tenths and 16 and 7 tenths, right about there. So 16 and 67 hundredths. And I remember that my numbers get larger as I go this direction, and actually I have this reversed at the time. So they're getting smaller as I go this way, and they're getting larger as I go up this direction. So we want to see which one of these is the larger number. Well, this one, 16 and 67 hundredths, is further to the right on the number line. It's larger than so 16 and 67 hundredths is larger than 16 and 60 hundredths. Okay, so now we know a couple of them. But we're still wondering about this one. So let's compare 16 and 60 hundredths to 16 and 7 hundredths. Well, I'm going to look at this tenths place again here, and there's no tenths here. So we already know where this one is, but no tenths. That means it doesn't even come up to 1 tenth here. But it's larger, it has a little bit more than 16, so it's somewhere between 16 and 1 tenth. So right about here, 16 and 7 hundredths. Well, that's much further to the left on my number line, so it's much smaller than 16 and 60 hundredths. So I can say that 16 and 60 hundredths is larger than 16 and 7 thousandths. So, excuse me, 16 and 7 hundredths. So all of them are in place now. I can see that 16 and 7 hundredths is the smallest number, followed by 16 and 6 tenths. I'm going to go back to my original number. And followed by, lastly, 16 and 67 hundredths, which is the largest number. So here are my numbers in order from least to greatest.